Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of Factory Town. My name's Attacking Toucans, and in this episode, we are about to get a lot further into the complexities of this game, because in the first episode, we started building this town and I went over a bunch of the basics, but this game gets so much more complex than what we've seen so far. So let's go ahead and do a fresh overview of what everything in our town is doing currently. So we have the school over here. It is researching masonry, and it is getting paper from this new lumber mill that we built uphill. This wagon is taking the paper down to the school. We have this general store selling goods to the town. Well, this guy's trying to bring wheels to the general store. Why is this not working? Oh, apparently the general store doesn't sell wheels. Okay, well, I guess we better just take the wheels to the base then instead. My bad. We have the food market selling potatoes and grain to the villagers, which is making us money and also raising the happiness of our town. This lumber mill is taking planks to the workshop, I believe, but it doesn't seem to be working. What's going on? Okay, the output is full of wheels, so we need to just be taking the wheels to the base. No problem. That should be going okay. And I think that is pretty much all we have going on so far. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is, okay, we're really close to having this masonry unlocked. There it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and build a stonemason real fast, because this will allow us to start building roads, which will allow the wagons and people to run even faster, which will make our town even more efficient. So, a stonemason. That can be found in the buildings. We're going to place this next to a big reservoir of stone. That way, it won't take very long to build it. Alright, building that unlocks roads, stone walls, stone bridges, and a bunch of stone structures. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this worker. I'm going to have him bring stone here. But I think I'm going to do it just to save time. I'm going to use chutes again. So I'm going to build that chute going up a little bit, and I'll have him roll the stones down into the stonemason. I might have to walk around. Yeah, it's going to have to walk around to get there. Oops. Okay, and then if we click on it, we can select the recipe of stone brick. So now all of the little stones that he rolls in here, it's going to create stone bricks. Oh, here. Let's make sure he's taken away from the closest rock. Hey, little guy. I love these little peg guys. They're really simplistic looking, but it definitely works. This game doesn't need a super fancy art style to be fun. This game knows what makes itself fun, and that is just all of the micromanagement and strategy you have to put into your towns. Oh, it looks like the school is ready for a new recipe. We can do farming, forestry, or basic logistics. Basic logistics will unlock conveyor belts, although I'm not sure if I'm quite ready for that. Let's just start with farming, something a little bit easier. And, okay, the stonemason is starting to be filled up with stone bricks, so let's have somebody bring the stone bricks to the base so we can start using it. And did we ever unlock the barn? We did unlock the barn. This pretty much works as the base as well. You can store objects here and you'll still be able to use them. It pretty much is the same thing as the base, but it can't hold as many objects as the base. It looks like we don't have enough wooden planks. We should probably start saving these wooden planks for ourselves. I think we have enough wheels. We don't need a whole lot of wheels in this game. So let's go ahead and just start taking all of these planks to the base. And as far as the wheels go, we'll just finish making the wheels that we currently can and take them all to the base. That'll put us at 60 wheels, and that's all we'll need for a long while. We might need wheels to make conveyor belts if I remember correctly, but that's not going to be for a hot minute, so we can wait on that. Okay, so we do have some stone brick real fast, so I'm just going to show you what these roads look like as well. So I'm going to put it here. Let's see, we can watch it right there. Okay, see this wagon? As the wagon rolls over this road, you'll see it move so much faster. And the same thing with the people. But yeah, it doubles up in speed, so you can definitely make things more efficient by placing roads everywhere. I think it's really cool how the roads aren't just a decoration, but actually add on to the strategy of your game. Currently, this game is just a simplistic building game. There's no pressure put on you to do well. There's no incoming enemies that are going to come in to destroy your base. Pretty much the whole purpose of this game is just to see how big you can make your town, and then to try to make it more and more efficient. And the more efficient you make it, the larger you can continue building it up. And that's pretty much the fun of the game. There's nothing that forces you to play the game more quickly. I guess if you wanted to have more pressure put on you, you could start a map up at the same time as a friend and then just see who could build up their map the fastest, and try to add some of that friendly competition to the game. But look, we're starting to save up planks, so I think we can go ahead and build... Should we build a barn? I'm not sure if we need one quite yet. Now I'm going to hold off on that. We do have quite a few planks. Have we upgraded all of our houses? Oh, look! We can upgrade them to level 3 now since we have stone brick. Alright, let's start doing that. Oh, neat. Okay, last time I played the game, the house models didn't upgrade. The game is still in early access, so it's not 100% done. They're still like slowly adding things to the game, and it's cool to see that the houses now get upgraded. Speaking of houses, let's just build a few more houses if we can. We still don't have a lot of space for it. There's potatoes in the way. Dang it. Stupid potatoes. Actually, I also just realized we don't have a name for our town yet. Maybe we should get on that. It needs to be something like cute, because this game is really adorable and the art style is really bright and colorful. I think a cute name would be like Koala. Koalas are a cute bear. Is the name Koala a good name for a town? I don't know. I can imagine the slogan now though. Come live in Koala, where the quality of life is fantastic. Oh, we unlocked farms. Okay, cool. Unlocking farms allows you to become way more sustainable because it allows you to pretty much unlock unlimited grain. So you don't have to have your little guys pluck it themselves. It'll automatically grow it and harvest it, which we definitely need because there's only so much grain on the map and it's pretty easy to deplete it really quickly. Like we got through this big bunch of grain that we had right here fairly quickly and we only had 2 guys plucking it. Oh look, since it's all out, the guys are going up to this next little bundle of grain up here and they're going to continue harvesting it. We might make this a little bit easier on them by getting rid of some of this. What is this? Coal? Iron. Okay, let's get rid of some of this iron by removing the resources and just make it a little bit quicker for the guys to get back there. There you go, guys. A little shortcut for you. Now, you don't have to run around the long way. Oh, crap. How come these guys aren't bringing the potatoes anymore? Oh, the food market was just full of potatoes. If that's the case, we'll just have 1 guy harvest potatoes for now, if we don't need that many, because we can use the grain a lot more, and I think we get more money for the harvested grain as well. Should we start unlocking something else at the school? I'm gonna get the forestry. The forestry allows us to build a house that will automatically harvest lumber for us, so we don't have to have little guys do it for us anymore. And something else I wanted to point out, and I haven't gotten into this yet, if I click on the lumber mill, in the bottom right hand corner you can see that you can add more workers. Now adding more workers just speeds up the percentage of how quickly we make planks. So with 1 worker it goes 110%, 2 workers is 138, and looks like we can go up to 5, which more than doubles the production speed. But we don't really need the production to be that quick now. Every once in a while you want to produce stuff that quickly, but for now we're pretty okay. Alright, well everything over here seems like it's going pretty well right now. So while this is all just doing its thing automatically, let's go ahead and start building a farm. That's kind of the nice thing about this game, is sometimes you can literally just let the game run and play itself. You won't really lose anything. It'll just start to deplete the resources and make the area just a bit more free, and you'll just start building up resources. And the worst case scenario is all your storage gets full, and that's where it'll stop you. But I don't think you want to let your happiness go too low. If you don't keep an eye on things, your happiness will start to drop. Right now our happiness isn't too high, so it doesn't matter too much. But later on, when you're trying to maintain a certain happiness to unlock stuff, because it'll have happiness requirements to unlock certain things. I think it's for the base. You might actually need a base happiness. Not right now, but I think in the future we will. Speaking of the base, to upgrade it again, we need 50 red coins, which we almost have, and we need 10 cloth, which we will start manufacturing soon, and we already have the stone brick to do so. Alright, anyways, like I said, let's start building this farm. And also, I'm really sorry that I haven't put a whole lot of personality into this Let's Play. I'm trying to make this series just a little bit more laid back and informative and just a bit more thought-provoking as far as the actual gameplay rather than the things I'm talking about. This game is pretty complicated and I don't want to distract by telling too many life stories. Anyways, for the farm, we are going to want to grow grain. That is the goal for this farm. And it is automatically going to be retrieving water to do so. And I think we also need to be applying fertilizer in order to get grain. Oh dang, we already got the forester. Alright, I'll work on this in a bit. The way we're getting wood right now is still okay. And I'm not going to unlock anything right now at the school. I'm going to wait until we have this farm set up properly. But yeah, in order to make grain, we still need to apply fertilizer. So to get fertilizer, we have to have, that comes from what, a pasture? Yes, a pasture. We have that unlocked though, don't we? I hope so. No, we don't have the pasture unlocked. How did we get it? Is that something we can unlock here? Oh, it is. That's the other thing we can unlock at the school. Alright, I guess we're going to unlock animal pastures. I changed my mind, because we can't really do anything here with the farm until we do that. All right, well, while that's being unlocked, I guess we'll go ahead and do forestry. So I'm going to use this to kind of like show off this game's capabilities a little bit and like how you can really start to automate things. So the way this will help you automate things way easier, it's going to completely negate the need for workers to cut down trees themselves. So if we go into here, select our recipe, we're going to go with wood, and you're just going to see up here, it's going to start filling up as it starts to cut down all of the trees inside this green little square right here. Now to make this completely automated, we need to make a chute come from the forester down to the lumber mill. Now it's a little bit off the ground, so we're going to have to build some scaffolding to make this work. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm not going to do scaffolding. I think the better bet, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. I think we're better off if I cut down into this hill a little bit, because I think the scaffolding sitting so high is a little bit more of a problem. The only downside about digging into a hill or like flattening the terrain is it's pretty expensive. I think it costs 5 red coins per block that you flatten. So I'm not going to flatten too much, just enough for us to lower it down just one more block. That way it won't be as high up in the air. Okay, that's much better. Okay, now let's have us start getting wood again. So we're going to use the scaffolding blocks. And is that flat all the way down? Here we go. This looks awesome. Can we flatten that down? Perfect. We just used up like all of our red coins, but it's okay. I think this was worth it. This is going to make things really, really automated. All right, there we go. So because of that, we can go ahead and just delete these workers. And doing that gives us one more worker capacity. Deleting a worker literally doesn't do anything bad. But yeah, now we're going to automatically be getting paper from the lumber mill. And then later, once we get conveyor belts, we can have the conveyor belt automatically take it to the base, so we won't even need to have any workers be doing any work right here. It still does take up worker capacity because each of these buildings takes up one worker, as you can see. So the nice thing about the forester is it does save time and it cuts back on the workers needed. Because we did have 2 workers bringing wood to this lumber mill, but now we just have 1 worker working inside this forester, and he just brings it out every second. Now the forester is a building where it'd be more beneficial to add a second worker so you can just be producing these logs more quickly. But in this case, it's just producing paper, and I think we're producing paper fast enough. Yeah, fast enough to unlock the things that we're trying to unlock at the school. Wait, did we unlock the pasture already? Oh, wow, we did. All right, well, I guess we're going to start unlocking logistics. We're going to have all of these things unlocked by the end of the second episode, I think. All right, so where's the pasture at? Here it is. I think this also needs water, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it on the other side of the river in its own little special place, and we need to get fertilizer out of this. Okay, so to make fertilizer, we need animal feed and water. So we're getting water from the stream. Animal feed will come from a grain mill. So we have a grain mill over here. One of the recipes we have as our option is animal feed, but I want this grain mill to keep on feeding the residents. So we're just going to build another grain mill over here by this grain. This is actually pretty perfect. This worked out splendidly. Oh no, we don't have enough rock to build the grain mill? Wow, we don't. We only have 6 stone. Okay, we better start collecting a little bit more stone now. Where's the best way to do that? I guess we could just have like 2 workers right here for now. Just have them bring the stone to the base. We only need 4 more, so that should only take a second. No problem. While they're doing that, let's go ahead and just remove some of these trees so we can have a little road for them to deliver the animal feed to the pasture. I'll build like a little trail that goes through. Perfect. So we're going to have that, and then we're also going to have to bring the fertilizer over to the farm. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to build a little scaffolding block. I'm going to use a scaffolding block to build a bridge across this river. Now look, they'll be able to build a perfect little path over to the farm, and that's how they'll bring the fertilizer over. And then this farm is going to be producing a lot of grain, which we will in turn probably turn into flour again, and then take all of that grain over to the food market to produce a lot more food. Although, let's click on the food market real fast. It might even be more beneficial if we build the kitchen in a little bit whenever we have that unlocked, have the grain go into the kitchen, have the kitchen turn it into bread, and then we'll take the bread over to the food market, and that will make the residents really happy, and we'll start really getting a lot of money. And getting money is going to be worth it because there's a lot of land around here that we're going to want to buy, and it gets pretty expensive Like this mountain right here costs 1,000 coins to unlock, and that's the cheapest. It eventually costs more and more. I think the first one just costs 1k, but then the second one's 2k. And I think it just keeps on doubling and doubling, which eventually we'll get to a point where we have so much money where that's not going to be much of a problem. Anyways, we have enough to build our grain mill now, so let's go ahead and build that. Let's build it right there. Connect it up. I have 2 people bring grain. Oh no, we're at capacity again. Wow, okay. Let's upgrade all these houses now that we have a lot of stone brick. Let's put them all to level 3. Might as well. And are we still bringing... Oh yeah, we are bringing planks to the base. Wow, we have a lot of planks now. That's good though. We do want a lot of planks. And the wheels, I don't think anything's happening here. I'm just going to turn this workshop off completely and get rid of this guy who is bringing wheels to the base. I'm not even sure if we need this workshop at all anymore. I think I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. Just get it out of the way. Because this is like kind of a tight spot. Eventually we'll go through here and make this a lot more efficient. We just kind of place things wherever we could at the beginning. But I think for now, we'll get rid of that so we can maybe do a little bit of organization in this little section right here. Because right now it's a little bit messy looking. But right now let's focus on getting this whole entire thing working over here. So we're going to be making flour at the grain mill. Then we need to have this worker bring the... Oh, wait. Sorry, we don't want to be making flour. I want to make animal feed. What am I doing? I completely screwed all that up. Okay, I'll bring the animal feed to the pasture. And once it has that, it'll start making fertilizer. Awesome. So let's bring the fertilizer to the farm. Okay, so there's one last step to this. I kind of talked about how farms are a little bit complicated. It's because there's a lot of steps to have these working properly. So there's a little farming tab right here where we can get farm tile. It costs 2 fertilizer to make a farm tile, which we can't use the fertilizer unless it is taken to the base. But there's one other thing we can do if we are not able to take it to the base, because that's a little bit out of the way. We go to our buildings, we can scroll down. There's 2 ways to store resources. There's a crate and there's a barn. In this instance, I think all we need to do is use a crate. I'm going to have this man, delete him, move him over here. I'm going to have him put the fertilizer in the crate for now, just so we have enough to start making some farm tile. This is a little bit slower of a process. We can probably, here, let's replace this worker. Since we have enough wheels, let's replace him with the wagon. Wait, what? How do we not have the wagon? A workshop is required. Was that our only workshop? It was. Okay. Well, let's build another one then. My bad. Let's put it... I think this is kind of like our main street right now. Let's go ahead and just place it right here. I think this is a better location for it. And now we can build our wagon. This will be a lot better at bringing the animal feed to the pasture, because I think the grain mill is producing it way faster than that one guy was able to carry it. And this will make it so we can quickly get this whole entire thing up and running. Alright, so bring up that farm tile again. So we have a little bit of fertilizer. Come on. Wow, does this really not count? Okay, never mind. I guess if it's put into a crate, that does not count as having it in your inventory to use to build things. So I think we are going to have to use a barn, which is no problem. Just going to put it back here. We'll probably delete it in a little bit. Let's have him take the stuff from the crate to the barn. Okay, we unlocked basic logistics now. This is going to allow us to build the cloth conveyor belt. We're not quite there yet. Give us a little bit more time, game. This game kind of pushes you pretty fast once you start unlocking things at the school. So that's why I'm gonna give the school a little bit of a break for a second. All right, let's finally start making these farming tiles. Okay, there's 3 farming tiles right there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna plant grain on them. And now they should officially start harvesting the grain. I do anything wrong at this point? Nothing still seems to be happening. Oh wait, we have to apply water and fertilizer? Wait, what? Wait, auto manage recipes. Oh, we can have it. Okay, that is a little bit new to me. I didn't realize that we had to have this automatically going. Okay, now it seems to be working. It used to do it automatically by itself, but there's like another button now. All right, so it's gonna take a little bit of time for it to start growing, but once you see it start to wave around in the little farm tiles, we'll start outputting the grain. And how much more fertilizer do we have? Let's go ahead. Wait, how do we not have any fertilizer? Oh, it's because we were just transferring it from the crate to the barn. So we have a full farm right now, or full pasture. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more fertilizer. And let's have like enough. We have another green box right here that indicates the radius of this farm. Let's go ahead and put a decent amount of farm tiles in here. You can only make farm tiles on flat ground. So we could either flatten it, which is a little bit expensive. You don't need to have too many farm tiles in order to be able to continually get unlimited grain. But once you plant these, it should grow itself from here on out. Wow, were we really out of yellow coins? What are we spending it on? Where's our yellow coins going to? We're making the yellow coins here at the house. And then we're spending it. Oh, the forester. Okay, I found it. The forester is spending 1 coin at a time. Forgot about that as well. Dang. Okay, well, I'm going to have to put that on pause for a second. Let's go back to our old ways real fast. I'm just having a worker bring it to the lumber mill. It's going to be a little bit slower, but for now, I think we're on top of things. I mean, the school doesn't really need any more paper as is, but we'll slowly stockpile it. Got to be making more coins, and to make more coins, we're going to need to be selling more food, which fortunately, we're in the process of doing. Have we unlocked the kitchen yet, though? That is my main question. No. How do we unlock the kitchen? Through upgrading our base to level 4, which we are getting close to. We still need to be making cloth. Here, we can go ahead and start making that at the workshop. It's right here, cloth. It takes wool, which we can get from a pasture. Okay, so we'll start having that make cloth. I think we could also bring the cotton from the cotton plants up here. It's a little bit far. It's a little bit of a distance to travel. Maybe I should relocate the workshop to being up here instead. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's put the workshop over here. We're going to start our own little area up here just to start making cloth. Put the workshop right here. I'm almost certain that you can use cotton to make the cloth. I'm pretty sure they're interchangeable. At least I hope so. Oh, no, they're both here. It just takes 2 cotton to make cloth instead of 1 wool. Okay, awesome. Well, we should have that in no time at all then. Let's double this up so we can make it more quickly. And then we'll build a barn. We'll have a man bring the cloth to the barn. And you'll see it'll start counting up here. So the barn can be interchangeable for the base. So before we know it, we should be able to upgrade our base to level 4. Oh no, we need 50 red coins. How are we going to get that? We need to start selling these planks to the general shop. Okay, so I think we have enough planks saved up. I'm going to delete these workers who are taking the planks to the base and have the wagon take the planks to the general store instead, so we can start saving up red coins again. And then before you know it, we should have enough money to upgrade our base, and then we'll be able to have the kitchen, which will allow us to start making bread, which will start allowing us to make a lot more money at the market, and in the end, profit. Stonks. Let's go. Okay, I don't think we need to be saving up fertilizer anymore, so let's go ahead and get rid of this worker. Replace him with the guy who's going to bring the fertilizer to the farm, and then the farm should start making grain in all these tiles again. Here, now we have enough money to plant the grain, or 4 of them. Wow. Can't believe we were spending that much money at the forester. But I mean, it makes sense. We were making like 1 log a second, and it cost 1 coin per log, so we were losing 1 coin per second. Are we able to unlock anything else here? Intermediate logistics. What does this give us? Oh, it unlocks the sorters and pushers. And these are the types of things that allow us to get more intricate with our conveyor belts later on. We're good right now. Plant a little bit more grain. Fill up the tiles we have. Okay, so we have an output. I want to output it to the kitchen, but we don't have the kitchen yet. Should I just start storing the grain? We'll let the production halt on that until we get the kitchen built, because I think we're only 10 coins away from being able to do so. By the looks of it, it looks like everything is running pretty self-sufficiently. Here, it looks like we can squeeze a couple more houses in here, so might as well do that. I'm going to get rid of this road right here. Add on to the friendly little neighborhood. I would love to live in this neighborhood. It seems like everybody here would just be like best friends. Just living so close to each other. Having to go to each other's houses to borrow things like flour and food or whatever. Just kind of like getting through life together. So wholesome. Yeah, now that's really starting to come together. And we now have enough coins to upgrade the base. Hell yeah. House max increased by 4. Wow, we were not even close to reaching that yet. New building unlocked. Kitchen. New building unlocked. Gourmet foods. Wow, I didn't even know about that one. That one must be new. And new research available. Metallurgy. That's a really difficult word to say. I've actually never seen that word before. Is that even real? I'm not so sure. But I think that's going to allow us to unlock the option to start making iron bars, which allow us to build a whole lot of things. Like you see the silo, steam power, railways, machinery, boat building, jewelry. It just keeps going up and up. Look at all these things that we can unlock. There's a lot more to it. We're getting there. Okay, so now we can build this kitchen. Let's go ahead and get it done. We have enough resources to build it, so I'm going to put it right up here on this hill. We want to make a bread here, so all we need is flour and fuel. We can use wood as fuel, perfect. So let's go ahead and start making bread there. I'm gonna get a wagon. Oh, we can't afford a wagon. I think it's crazy that we don't have enough coins. Well, I guess it's because we almost used all the food here. We're out of potatoes. Okay, wow, I didn't even realize. Okay, yeah, that's why we're lacking on coins, because we're like very slowly making food. We're almost to the point where we'll be making it faster. Okay, so I'm going to have one worker. This is going to be the worker that brings the fuel. Oh, wait, coal deposits. This is actually perfect. We'll just bring the coal to the kitchen, and that'll be more than enough fuel to keep this kitchen running. The kitchen doesn't require that much fuel. And we have enough workers to make this wagon. Okay, so let's have the wagon bring the grain to the kitchen. It is going to start making bread, and then once we have enough coins, we'll start with the worker for now. But once we have enough coins, we'll have a wagon bring the bread from the kitchen to the food market. Right now I'm just using a worker, but that's going to be very, very slow. But we're making it pretty slow. Oh, wait, no. Wait, what do we need to make bread? Oh, we need flour. Oh, we still have to mill it, don't we? Dang it, there's so many steps. Okay, let's reassess this again. It's okay to delete stuff. I think you get all of your resources back in their entirety whenever you delete stuff. Okay, so there's a lot of steps. You have to just remember everything. We have the grain mill, so I'm going to put the grain mill right here. And then I'm going to put the kitchen right next to it. It's all going to work perfectly. It'll be adorable once it's done. Okay, so let's make flour. So let's have a wagon. Bring the grain to the grain mill. We'll have one man sitting in between. He will bring the flour to the kitchen, so he'll just like pass it back and forth. It'll be moving really quick. We'll have this worker bring the coal deposits to the kitchen, so now we should start making bread. It's a lot more difficult than we originally expected, but it's all going to work in the long run. Then we're 4 coins away. No, we have enough to build our wagon that's going to deliver the bread to the food market. All right, we're officially delivering bread, fresh and hot. I feel like I'm in Olive Garden with the fresh breadsticks, fresh baguettes. Our villagers are probably about to get really fat. But hey, I'm happy for them. Yeah, let's go ahead and build. Oh no. The paper wagon's in the way. And this herb bush is also in the way. Well, sorry, herb bush. Oh no, I can't get rid of it. Okay, now I can. The wagons can't pass through each other, unfortunately, so you have to make sure there's enough space for them to get by each other. Especially if you're like building bridges in the future and stuff, you really have to keep that in mind. Wait, why is it not taking the road? Dude, take the road. What's wrong with you? What the heck? It's supposed to take the road. Why is it not? It's supposed to take the way that's like fastest for itself. Let's replace it all with the brick road instead. I can't believe it's like purposely avoiding the road. It's supposed to take whatever's fastest. Oh, maybe because the road's not like flat enough for the wagon. Could that be it? Okay, now it's at least taking the road. I'm not sure why I was trying to cut corners right there. I'm not sure how much time it would actually save doing so. But hey, we're delivering bread, and look at how much faster we're getting coins now. We're already at 200. How many coins are we getting per piece of bread? Oh, wow, 12. And how much are we getting for flour? 4. Okay, so we're getting 3 times as many coins for each thing of bread in comparison to flour. So yeah, and the only thing it takes to make that much more money is 2 more workers in a kitchen. So 100% worth it. So yeah, now this whole entire process should be completely automated. This doesn't seem to be going fast enough. Here, we can probably increase the speed of this a little bit. Yeah, up to 165%. Now it's going a bit faster. Perfect. So yeah, but now we have a completely automated system over here. So we have these guys turning the grain into animal feed. The animal feed goes to the pasture creates fertilizer. The fertilizer goes to the farm, which creates grain. The grain goes to the grain mill to make flour. The flour goes to the kitchen to make bread, and we take bread to the food market to deliver to the residents to make them full and fat. And as you can see, it even rose to happiness a little bit more because they're probably getting more nutritional value from this, which if we were delivering even more bread, the nutritional value would go up even more. Are we making bread fast enough to have 2 wagons deliver? Doesn't seem like we are. So we can only deliver so much grain at a time. I think if we had 2 workers working here, it might go faster. So these are situations where you want to have multiple workers working at one building so you can speed up the process as quickly as possible, because the grain mill takes 4 seconds per thing of flour. So if we can speed that up, then we might as well. Okay, let's also fit another little house over on the side of this neighborhood. Here, let's flatten it because I don't want the whole house up on stilts. That looks weird. Even though it's so expensive to flatten an area, but okay, gotta do what we gotta do. It looks nicer. It's worth paying for the aesthetic. We can probably also fit a few more throughout here. Okay, put one right there, and let's remove these resources and put one right here. The more houses, the better. All right, this is amazing. And we have houses going all the way around the market, putting roads around it. Just looking so fancy. And we can even upgrade these houses. Our worker capacity is about to be so high. Oh, and we can even upgrade the houses to level 4 now that we have cloth. What the heck? Do these look different? They do. Yes, I love how these houses evolve as you add things to them. And look at how much cloth we have. We have enough. Oh, we don't have enough coins to upgrade these houses anymore. That's the thing holding us back more than anything. But yeah, this thing up here is going to be making a lot of cloth. Look, the barn is almost completely full. The only downside of the barn in comparison to the base is that storage is way more limited. You can only fit 200 resources in the barn. When the base, I mean, currently we can hold so much more. It's pretty limitless overall. Okay, we can probably get rid of this worker and turn the forester back on. I think I'm going to do that because we're going to need to make all this paper. But yeah, worker capacity is up to 68 people, so we can still fit a lot more workers in this. But I think we're going to go ahead and have to stop there because we have been playing this game for a while. Time just goes by so quickly when playing this game because there's so many different things to focus on, and it can really be easy to just spend like 10 minutes doing one little task, and before you know it, those little tasks add up and you've played this game for an hour. But I think we got quite a bit of progress done. We're making a lot more money and a lot of more resources. In the next episode, we will start using conveyor belts to start automating everything even more. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.